She dropped my children off. This was Sunday. Dropped my children off with all 4 of my children with a female babysitter who has a child. So there's 5 kids for her. There's 5 kids for her in an apartment, right? And Melody goes to a whole nother state. Guys, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But Melody goes to a whole nother state. And she hasn't come back to this day. And today is Wednesday.
Martell Holt was blindsided, completely. The kind of news that hits like a punch to the gut. And if the talk online is even halfway true, we're not just talking about some small update to his life. No, this could change everything. Here's what people are saying. Melody Shari might be expecting a baby. But here's the real twist. If the rumors are true, Martell isn't the father. Instead, another name is being whispered all over the internet, Hill Harper. And before you think this is just some random gossip, someone made up in a shady blog corner, let me tell you it's deeper than that.
No. I'm not making it a big issue.
Yeah, don't let that mess up the friendship.
But no, hell no. It's not gonna mess up our friendship.
Okay.
But it's more like, don't ever do that again, though. I would not go to your ex-wife before I come to you, the man, first, period.
Fans have been putting pieces together for weeks now. It started with Melody changing up her appearance, new style, different energy. Then came the big sighting. Someone claimed they saw her at a women's wellness clinic in Atlanta. She wasn't alone either. A tall, well-dressed man was by her side. And while the faces weren't confirmed, the story caught fire real fast. Meanwhile, something was brewing behind the scenes. During a filming session for Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Martell reportedly had a full-blown breakdown. Sources say he was pacing the room, raising his voice, and lashing out at the production crew. One insider even claimed he shouted, "She wants the world to think I'm replaceable." That one line told the whole story. This wasn't just about the possibility of a baby. This was about pride. About losing control of the story he used to lead. Because if Melody really has moved on, and with someone like Hill Harper, it's more than just a breakup. It's a message. She doesn't need him anymore. Now, let's talk about Hill. His name didn't just come out of nowhere. Fans noticed him liking Melody's posts on social media. Then, she followed him back. The internet pays attention, always. Later, both of them were reportedly at the same event. And when those pregnancy whispers started flying, the online world lit up. Headlines started spinning. Award-winning actor prepares for fatherhood.
Marcus, talking to you, so why you posting pictures, showing stuff, yeah. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't ever touch Martell Holt's kids.
Suddenly, Martell wasn't the main character in the storyline anymore. He was the outsider looking in. And this wasn't just a juicy plot on reality TV. This was Melody showing that she might be stepping into a new life, one that doesn't include public fights, court drama, or chaos. Let's rewind for a moment. The road that got us here is long and full of tension. Melody and Martell have been through it all: cheating, a public divorce, messy custody battles. Recently, things had seemed calm. But fans of Love and Marriage, Huntsville know that peace between these two usually doesn't last. It's often just a pause before another storm hits.
Growth in that is amazing because I used to be ready to check people all the time. And I literally had to spend some time with myself, learn to truly love myself after such a big divorce and scandal, right? And to get back to who is Melody? Who is Melody? What does Melody desire? Oh, Melody desires peace more than, you know what I'm saying? That's big for me. Melody desires to be in situations where I'm happy. I love people around me who are laughing, having a good time. We cut up. I'm a high-key comedian, by the way, so we cut up all the time, right?
Their relationship has always been full of power struggles. Whenever one of them starts to rise, the other reacts. And this latest piece between them? It felt more like a performance than a real resolution. Martell being nice in public? That usually means he's trying to get something or keep from losing something. So, when Hill Harper's name started getting linked with Melody's, people paid attention. He's not your typical tabloid name. Hill is private, respected, and known for his intelligence and activism. He's even been tied to Michelle Obama in the past. He's not the type to chase fame or involve himself in social media drama. That's why this whole thing hit different. He didn't flirt publicly. Melody didn't post cryptic captions. It was quiet groan, which only made the internet go crazier. Then came the tweet that started the frenzy. Someone claimed they saw Melody at a clinic in Atlanta with a tall man. No names, but it didn't take long for fans to connect the dots. That tweet disappeared quickly, but screenshots live forever. Soon after, blurry photos started surfacing. A woman who looked like Melody was spotted in casual clothes, hoodie, leggings, sunglasses, walking with a man holding a smoothie. Next thing you know, TikTok, Reddit, and Instagram were full of theories. People guessed due dates. Others tried to figure out the baby's gender, but while fans were busy playing detective, Martell was falling apart behind the scenes. Word got out that he had to be pulled aside by a producer to calm down. His emotions were raw. That now famous quote, "She wants the world to think I'm replaceable," wasn't about Hill. It wasn't even about a possible baby. It was about losing his grip on how the world sees him. Because here's the thing, if Melody is truly happy and pregnant with someone else, especially someone who doesn't come with drama, then Martell isn't just her ex. He's part of the past. And clearly, he's not ready to accept that. And just when people thought it couldn't get any messier, Hill Harper finally spoke up. He was at a formal event, nothing flashy. A panel about fatherhood and leadership. And even in that serious setting, someone in the audience asked the question that had been circling online. Are you expecting a child with Melody Shari? Now, most celebrities would dodge that kind of question. But Hill stayed calm. He looked directly at the person and said, "There is no pregnancy and we are not in a relationship." But he didn't stop there. He continued, saying he had deep respect for Melody. He called her strong and focused and said she was doing incredible things. He didn't talk about her past or the show or any gossip, just offered her praise and moved on. Then he said the line that shut it all down, "I don't do blogs. I keep my personal life private." And that, right there, was a message. He wasn't here to be part of a reality TV triangle. He wasn't going to fan the flames. He stepped back from the chaos. But while Hill walked away from the drama, Melody leaned all the way into the mystery. She didn't respond publicly to anything Hill said. Instead, her Instagram transformed. Soft lighting, neutral colors, long dresses, poses that always kept her midsection out of view. Every photo felt curated. And then came the post, a baby bottle emoji, a white heart, and a flower. That tiny post broke the internet. Fan pages exploded. Reddit threads went wild. Soon after, a grainy video surfaced, showing a woman who looked like Melody being helped into a black SUV outside what looked like a wellness clinic. She walked slowly. A tall man opened the door for her. Her face wasn't clear, but people believed it was her. They even started comparing the man's height, shoes, and build to past images of Hill Harper. That's when the tide really turned. And just like clockwork, Martell jumped back onto Instagram. He didn't mention names. He never does. But he posted a cryptic quote, "Watch who you build with." Not everything that glitters is gold. Hours later, he went live. He looked tired, his eyes heavy. His voice had a sharp edge. He talked about people pretending to have moved on, but still playing games. Again, no names, but fans knew who he meant. His hurt was written all over his face. While Hill kept things calm and Melody stayed silent, Martell was spiraling. And then came what felt like confirmation, though not from the usual sources. A random Instagram fan page dropped an image of a cake that said, "It's a girl," in golden letters. Pink and white balloons were in the background. The faces were blurred out, but one thing stood out, a close-up shot of a woman's hand wearing a ring fans recognized as Melody's. Within minutes, the post was everywhere. Screenshots flooded social media. But here's the kicker: Melody never confirmed anything. She didn't repost, didn't deny it either. She stayed completely quiet, and that silence only fueled more curiosity. People started realizing Melody wasn't just protecting her peace. She was running the entire show without even speaking. If this was a chess game, she had just checkmated Martell. Then came the post that changed everything. Out of nowhere, Melody dropped one image, her gently resting a hand on her belly. No caption, no tags. Just soft light and a peaceful expression. A few days later, a TikTok video surfaced allegedly filmed weeks ago, showing her walking on a beach. Calm, collected, glowing. Meanwhile, Martell's social media turned dark. He posted a story that read, "Certain wounds never heal, especially when lies reopen them." He deleted it quickly, but not before screenshots took over blogs and fan pages again. At this point, people weren't just asking if he was okay. They were wondering why he still couldn't let go. For years, Martell was the center of the drama. He controlled the story, whether good or bad. But now, Melody is in charge. She's not responding to the noise. She's not reacting. She's not explaining anything. And that silence? It's powerful. Because now, the question isn't whether the baby rumor is true. It's whether Martell is more upset about losing Melody or about losing control. So, what do y'all think? Was this really about a pregnancy, or was it Melody taking back her power? Is Martell heartbroken, or just angry that he's no longer the one pulling the strings? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like if you caught all the clues early, and don't forget to subscribe. Because if this is how Melody drops news about a baby, just imagine what else she's keeping up her sleeve.